Salutations, family. It's your player partner, Storm Hall, and I'd like to welcome you all back to Inside the Eye of the Storm. On this episode of Inside the Eye of the Storm, I'll be doing a rate and reaction of the wildly popular Pop the Balloon or Find Love in Atlanta, and it's a very interesting backdrop for me to give social commentary. As we all know, Atlanta's a very eclectic city, and it's known for its influence right now in media and in the entertainment industry in general, whether it be its influence in hip hop, its film with Tyler Perry's studio being based down there in Atlanta, or a myriad of other facets of the entertainment industry right now. Atlanta is just a hotbed for talent, and it serves as a very interesting backdrop for this Pop the Balloon and Find Love show. And I just want to give a little bit of social commentary on it. And family, before we get started and I jump into this episode, family, hit that like and subscribe button. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Do y'all have commitment issues or what? It don't cost y'all nothing. Hit the subscribe button to join your homie, Big Storm, Uncle Storm, here for every episode of Inside the Eye of the Storm. So without further ado, let's jump into this episode.
Hey, I'm Shar. I'm 26. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. And the fun fact about me, I'm a Taurus.
Okay, so we got the first contestant, Miss Shaw. She comes out. She's a kind of tall, darker complected young lady, very beautiful skin tone. She's an attractive woman. She has nice teeth, as you can see, nice white teeth. She's tall, like I stated before. She doesn't have a bad physique. Her choice of apparel is a little distasteful in my opinion, for to be on a dating show and giving a first impression for what you want a man to judge you by. She has on a see-through top, and then she has on a short, bright red skirt. To me, I think it's a little bit on the floozy side. What they would say back in the old school, she appears almost like a floozy. I would have went with something a little more subdued. There's nothing wrong with being sexy, but you want to be covered up. You want to be more sensual than sexy when you first engage men. You don't want to give men the wrong impression of thinking you're easy, that you're just a jump off. And that's what this kind of outfit gives men the first inclination of. Also, I don't really care for the clunky black boots with the short skirt and the top. I would have went with a more strappy heel. Less is more. The clunky boots is too much. But overall, she's an attractive woman to me. I'll give her a 6.5. And let's move on to the next contestant, family.
Hey, I'm Jada Marie. I'm from the east side of Atlanta. And I like to sing, but I'm shy, but don't ask me, okay?
Okay, and the next contestant we have is a Miss Jada Marie, and she is a native of the East End of Atlanta. And when I look at her, first and foremost, as far as attraction goes, she's an averagely attractive woman. Nothing really stands out about her. She has the extensions in her hair, does a little bit. The glasses kind of takes away from me being able to really examine her bone structure as far as how she looks in the face and everything. The outfit to me actually is a nice outfit. I like the color palette she chose and everything, but to me, it wasn't tailored properly. For a lot of times when you get women and they wear full-length dresses like that, you want it to be a little bit better tailored. You want it to fit the curvature of the woman's body, not that it has to be skin tight, but you want it to accentuate the curvature of the woman's body so you can actually see what you're getting as a man. So, by the outfit being poorly tailored, it takes something away from her. Like I said, she's an averagely attractive girl, and just by looking at her, I'll just have to give her a 4.5. It's nothing that really jumps out to me that says, hey, come over and talk to me. And if I seen her out in public, I wouldn't give her a second look. So that's going to be all for that, folks. Let's jump on to the next contestant.
Hey, y'all. My name is Keisha. I am 24. And the fun fact is I like to bowl.
Okay, so next we got Miss Keisha. She comes out. Miss Keisha facially is a little bit facially challenged. I don't like to make fun of people. I do like the hairstyle. The hairstyle is kind of nice with the little twist, the knots or whatever you call. But the in the face, she's not really doing it. And then she chooses these big square masking glasses. And it just doesn't do it for me with the nose and the glasses. It reminds me of Humpty Hump from Digital Underground. It looks like the glasses used to buy with the fake nose attached to them. It just doesn't do it for me. As far as the outfit, it's a little bit bland to be coming on a dating show. She chooses the strappy halter top with the lower part that she's wearing, folks. Is not even memorable to me. And she's just averagely attractive. To me, she's a little bit lower than averagely attractive. And I'll have to give her a 4.5, family. If I seen this woman, I would not approach her out. And it is what it is. Let's jump into the next contestant.
Hey, my name is Winona. A fun fact about me is I'm a model.
Okay, and we got Miss Winona that comes out next. She's a brown skinned young lady. She's not bad looking in the face at all. She has a nice bone structure. I would say she's a little bit above averagely attractive. You can see she's a little fuller figured. She's a curvy girl, and she says she's a model. And to me, she doesn't give model. You got a lot of people now out here in society, family, that the first thing they lead with, well, I'm a model. Well, what do you model? You modeling gloves? You modeling socks? What are you modeling? She's not a bad built young lady. Like I said, in the African American community, we prefer curvier women, but this young lady is not model-esque. She doesn't have a statuesque physique, and it's hard for me to believe she's a model. But as far as the dress goes, to me, she's a little too scantily clad to be coming on a dating show and giving a first impression to a man. A lot of men are going to take her as a fun girl, look at her as a jump off because her choice of an ensemble for her appearance here on this dating show. But we're going to have to see how the gentlemen interact with her, seeing her scantily clad like this. But if I had to give her a rating, I think she's above averagely attractive. She is a curvier girl, which is a plus in the African American community. So I'll give her a 5.5. She's a little bit over averagely attractive. She says she's a model, so we'll take her for her word. And let's jump into the next contestant.
What up, y'all? This your girl Toxic MFT, and I am 29 years old. I'm from Atlanta. And fun fact about me, I'm a truck driver.
And Jesus, Lord have mercy, we have Miss Toxic, a.k.a. Baby Sexy Red. This is Sexy Red's splitting image, family. You can't come any closer. If Sexy Red ever need a body double, this is her right here. She need a stunt double because she want to play in a movie. This is her right here. This young lady look like she's modeled her whole appearance after Sexy Red. She comes out with the monochrome outfit, all black with the motorcycle jacket, so it's nothing that really stands out. I think it gives a poor representation coming out. On a dating show like this, you don't really stand out. You looking like Sexy Red. You come out with the red lace front wig, your face covered in tattoos. Unless a man specifically has a fetish for Sexy Red, I don't see how this young lady is going to get chosen. She just not going to get chose, and that is what it is. And if I had to give her a rating, family, on my scale of 1 to 10, it's going to be a low rating because me personally, I'm not attracted to women like Sexy Red. I find them to be repulsive, actually. And I'll have to give this young lady probably my lowest score that I've ever rated anyone on Inside the Eye of the Storm so far. I'm going to go ahead and give her a 3 because to me, this is not doing it at all. She's also an Atlanta native, so it is what it is. Atlanta, y'all are known for y'all entertainment industry down there. I've heard y'all got some nice strip clubs down there, and I heard y'all got some women down there. But on this Pop the Balloon or Fine Love show so far, y'all ain't representing that well. So let me jump back into this. Let me see if there's any kind of redemption left with the women or the upcoming contestants that I'm going to be reviewing on this show. Let's jump back into it.
So, hi, my name is Shar Asia. and I'm from New York. A fun fact about me is I like to play video games.
And here we have Sha Major. They said she's a New York native, and it's a lot of New York transplants down in Atlanta doing their thing and holding it down. And if you look at Miss Shaija, she's not a bad looking young lady. She's actually a spitting image of the young lady, Kaya, that used to rap back in the day that made the song My Neck, My Back. She looks like Kaya to me, and it's crazy because we've had two back-to-back females that could be body doubles for hip-hop artists. It's crazy right now, but we're in Atlanta. We're dealing with Atlanta. Everybody want to be a celebrity, so I guess if you can look like a celebrity, you can fit in. So we got this young lady. She's not bad looking. She has a darker complexion. She doesn't have a bad bone structure. She's averagely attractive. I don't really care for the dress. It's kind of generic. It looks like something you can get from Rainbow or something you can get off Shein or one of the places where they go to get this kind of nonsense. And you pop up on a dating show and you're not going to stand out. It just is what it is. If I had to rate her, I'm going to give her a little bit below average rating. In my opinion, she's not really attractive. If I seen her, I wouldn't jump out the window and try to cold approach her. So I'll give her a 4, family. That's all I can say about that for that matter. Let's jump back into it and let's break it down some more.
Hey y'all, I'm Trinity Major. Fun facts about me is my personality. I'm dope. Ha, yup.
And here we have Miss Trinity. And Miss Trinity said a fun fact about her is her personality, because she's dope. And I hope she has a good personality, because her body don't look like nothing. She's built like a little small mini refrigerator. Her body is just square. She has no curvature. She has no sex appeal to herself. She chooses this little blue get up, which is not a bad looking outfit. And if it was on a woman with a better physique, I think it actually would be a very nice outfit. She chose the belt, which is a nice accessory. The drape belt in the front is a nice accessory. It accentuates and contrasts with the blue. I do not like the black shoes. I don't know where the hell she gets the black shoes with the blue. You never would want to wear a pair of black shoes with a blue outfit. It just gives no contrast. It doesn't accentuate the outfit. It brings nothing to the outfit. You compound the shoes and the outfit with her not being that attractive of a young lady. She's going to garner a low score, and I'm going to have to give her a 4, family. It just is what it is. Let's jump back into it.
All right, ladies, let's welcome our next single man.
Like and subscribe now.
How you doing? Doing good. All right, so who do we have here? Name?
Sturdy,
Sturdy. Age and occupation?
26. I do personal security and bodyguard work.
Okay. All right, so what do you look for in your man? I mean, in your woman.
Hey, yo.
In your woman, what do you look for in your woman?
Okay, and we have the young brother that just came out, Sturdy. He's 27. Just from the looks of him coming out, the outfit is really not bad. You can't go wrong with the classic white, crisp white shirt and the black pants. I think he should have tucked the shirt in. It would have gave him a more polished and more well put together presentation for coming on a dating show and giving a first impression to these young ladies. Gentlemen, let me explain something to you. Fashion is seasonable. The short pants and having the pants tailored to where they're showing your ankles, that time has passed. It's gone. That's the 2020 prom look. You are grown men now. Get you some full-length trousers that's tailored appropriately to the top of your shoes with possibly a full break in them, and come out looking well put together and well polished. This short tapered trouser look, it's done. It's done. We've done it already. It's been done by the prom community. The young boys have already done it. It's over with. I'm tired of seeing grown men with their ankles showing, their high waters, their floods. It's out of style now. Let's come with something new. Let's come more presentable. The young brother comes out. He's tall. That's what a lot of women say they like in men. But like I said, he could have tucked the shirt in the pants He could have came out with some full-length trousers on, and he could have came out looking real polished. And I think these women would have really been receptive to this young man because he's tall, he has wide, broad shoulders, and he's what a lot of women are looking for right now. But just off the bat, he had 2 balloon pops just off his initial impression, and I think it really came from his appearance as far as his attire. If he came out properly attired, I'm pretty sure all of those balloons would have remained unpopped. Let's jump back in it and unpack it some more, family.
Have your name, age, occupation.
Toxic, 29, occupation, truck driver. And you just, I don't know, like it was aesthetic for me. And then he said kids is a no. I have kids, so I guess we wasn't gonna measure anyway.
For sure.
How many kids you have? Because he said 1 is fine.
Oh, baby, I'm out that bracket.
Where's your bracket?
I have 3 kids.
3 kids, okay.
Yeah.
That's a deal breaker?
It's a bit much for me, yeah, for sure. Because I want like 5. I ain't gonna lie.
I got some more in me, you feel me? I got my ovaries.
Okay.
Tight shit.
So if she had 3 and you want 5, you want to do 2 more?
That's a lot, bro. That's a lot.
If you can't handle it, say that. That's all it is. You can't handle it. You can't hold it down.
Nah.
But
If it was 1, cool. Then I could, add on. But 3, plus out.
She said if Miss Toxic say, if you can't handle it, just say so. And know what? I tell that young brother, nah, you can't handle that. You look at Miss Toxic. Miss Toxic is 29 and she a truck driver. And like I said, she got a face like a truck driver. She picked an excellent occupation because she does have a face like a truck driver. She's Sexy Red, awkward twin sister that can't rap. And she got 3 kids already at 29. And like the brother said, he doesn't mind a female having 1 child, but he's looking to start his own rather large family. He says he would like to have 5 kids of his own when he meets the right female. And this young lady, Toxic, already having 3. That's not really the advantageous situation to start out with a man wanting a large family. You want to build your own family and you want to start your own legacy, not try to add on to an already ready-made family with a woman with 3 kids that look like Sexy Red that's already ratchet as hell. It's not going to work out. I wish Miss Toxic all the luck and finding love. She's picked an admirable occupation. Truck drivers with those CDLs can make a lot of money, and she gonna need it to raise those 3 kids she got because she can't rap and she look like Sexy Red. But let's jump into let's jump in, family, and see what else the other contestants have to add.
This opportunity for you to get to know them and see if you're also interested in them. So you can go ahead and present 1 question. We're going to get their answers on that 1 question. And based on their answers, you're going to go ahead and pop 1 balloon. All right?
Okay.
All right. Can you present that 1 question for us?
What y'all do?
Okay.
I work in finance, and I'm also in school for financial technology as well. So, no software.
Okay.
I'm a bartender. That's my main way of funds. I do other stuff too, though.
Okay. All right. Do you want to ask one more question? One more question?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get a relationship-based question here. All right. All right. Can I get a pen? Thank you.
So, okay, the young man is allowed to ask 1 question, and his first question, even though it was very poorly put, he asked the women what they did for a living. He broke it down, what y'all do, but he should have asked them what did they do for a living or what was their profession. The first young lady says she's in finance and she's actually going back to school to further herself and to better qualify herself in the field so she can garner even more resources, which is very admirable. The second young lady, she just a bartender, so she broke. You know, you can make money you can make a lot of money in the service industry, and I ain't hating on bartenders because it's a lot of bartenders that make a lot of money, especially I'm sure down in the Atlanta area with the club and the strip club scene being is what it is. But when you look at these 2 females and you put them on a scale, if you have to choose one over the other and you're an intelligent man, the chick with the finance and going to school to further education would have a leg up on the other young lady who's simply just a bartender. That's just in my opinion. A lot of times young men, and I'm speaking predominantly to young men right now, you got to look at women and you got to really weigh them, and you got to really vet these women and understand what you're undertaking by engaging in relationships with these women. You got an educated woman that's in finance, and you got another young lady that's just a bartender. You gotta decide, and you gotta be able to be discerning and be able to weed out the cream from the bullshit. Let's jump back into it. Let's break it down some more.
When was y'all last relationship?
When?
Yeah.
When? Okay.
Last committed relationship.
Okay, and that's the question.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's go down. Did you?
2 years ago.
2 years.
Yeah.
I've never had one.
Oh. Okay. All right. Okay, so here's your pen. Go ahead and pop one balloon for us based on their answers.
I can't ask no more questions.
No more questions. All right, go ahead and pop one balloon for us, okay?
Damn.
All right, let's do it. Okay, and why did you win?
And when you look at it, family, the young man posed his last question, and he asked the young women a very substantial question. He asked them an intelligent question. When was their last committed relationship? The young lady, the first young lady, she said her last committed relationship was 2 years ago, which is good. It's a good enough time where she's been able to move forward. She's put that relationship in the past. Her and that man has severed any kind of emotional situation that could have been between them. She's had a chance to heal and be on her own and be able to go through her healing process to be emotionally available to enter another relationship. So that's a good answer. Then you have the other young lady. She answers that she's an adult who's never been in a committed relationship. And from that information, the gentleman decides to pop the balloon of the woman who says she was last in a committed relationship 2 years ago, as opposed to an adult female who says she's never been in a committed relationship. To me, this is going to be a mistake that this man's going to regret, because when you look at it, we're all adults. Adults going to have relationships. They're going to be in and out of relationships, hopefully until they are married and they're happily married and they find their long-term life partner or their soulmate and they move forward into the future. But when you see an adult female who says she's never been in a committed relationship, that should be an automatic red flag. The next question he should have asked this woman, is she a virgin? Because if you look at a woman that's an adult, that's in her early to mid 20s, who says she's never been in a committed relationship, then how has she ever had sex before? And she should answer that she's never had sex. If not, then she's only had sex in situationships where she's chose to give her body to a man, and she's never felt the need for that man to show any kind of commitment to her before she engages in a relationship with this man. It's ridiculous for you to meet a woman that's an adult, that's in adulthood, in her 20s to 30s, and say she's never been in a committed relationship. Otherwise, she should still be a virgin. If not, you got a woman who sees her sexuality and she operates very frivolously, and she's giving herself away to men that she didn't command a committed relationship with before she decided to give herself away. And to me, that's a red flag of her being a low-level, low-functioning female, and I would have no parts of that female. But you can see the young brother, he chose to pop the other young lady who said she had a committed relationship 2 years ago, and he's going to have to live with his decision and that's gonna be what it's gonna be, family. But that's gonna be all for me on this episode of Pop the Balloon of Find Love, the Atlanta edition. This is a good backdrop for me to give a little bit of social commentary, family. I really enjoy it. Atlanta is a very eclectic city. A lot of people move from all over the country, and they gather in Atlanta to pursue different avenues and different careers in their life and different life paths. And it just serves as an excellent backdrop to give social commentary, because you got a lot of different people from a lot of different walks of life. And I like doing breakdowns on the Pop the Balloon, a Find Love show in Atlanta. And if you like me giving these breakdown, families, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join me for every episode of Inside the Eye of the Storm. Also, family, leave me a comment in the comment section and tell me what you think of the young man. Tell me what you think of the females and the rating that I gave the females on this episode. Also, let me know what you think about his choice to choose the woman who left, the woman who was in a committed relationship 2 years ago versus the adult female who's never been in a committed relationship. Did he make the right decision? Did he make the wrong decision? You let me know, family. Chime in, leave me a comment. That's going to be all for me, family. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.